Hey, hi guys, how's it going? Hey, everybody. Uh-oh, there's a delay. Hey guys, what's going on? Hey Mickey, I walked out of a date last week thanks to you because he raised his voice. Hey, Lust for Life. Hey, okay, so here they come. Alrighty, so, um, I'm back. I'm back because I wanted to uh, bring this video to you guys because I think a lot of ladies um, kind of lump everything into the red flag category. So I wanted to really kind of go into my thoughts on red flags, how I felt about it, things like that. So I don't really think this is going to be a long video because really the thing that it boils down to is pink gang. Things that it boils down to basically is that you have to have your own set of standards. You have to have your own set of do's and don'ts and will and won'ts when it comes to your specific relationship, your specific life, things like that. So I think to rely on, this list of things that I'm going to, go over as your gauge for whatever is a deal breaker or red flag in your life is kind of, I don't think it would really serve you because red flags to me may not, yay, thank you, Miss Egypt Thompson. I will talk about the narcissist red flag. I will definitely talk about that. But I think that what are red flags in my world may not be a red flag for everyone. So I think that, of course, this list is not going to be as extensive as the list of red flags that you should, that should make something go off in your head. But this is just to kind of give you a general idea. Of course, there's more. These may not be red flags to you, whatever. So, okay, so we'll talk about the narcissist red flag. I do believe that there are red flags when someone is considered Mr. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Egypt Thompson. Egypt Thompson is a man. My apologies. I didn't know. Thanks for joining us, though. Thanks for joining us. So, I think the narcissism is a term that they use in psychology for people who are very self-serving. I think some degree of narcissism is healthy. I think that we all should have some sort of narcissism within ourselves. I think a couple of videos ago, I was explaining how babies are very self-serving. Babies, little children are very narcissistic because they really don't care about your needs. They don't have empathy for you. They don't feel what you're feeling, and they don't think it's necessary to be that way. So I think that some degree of narcissism is healthy. I say that because I can be a little narcissistic at times, I'm sure. But I feel like it's healthy because if you don't have some sense of some sense of self-preservation, then that's how you get eaten alive at work. That's how you get overlooked in situations and families and different sorts of things. So I wouldn't necessarily, here's my take on narcissism. People can only be narcissistic to people who allow that. If you have someone who has hurt your feelings and they don't care, leave them. That's it. You can be a narcissist when there's no one to project this behavior on. So I think narcissism it may be a thing, but it's only a thing if you allow it into your life. If you see that someone is not caring about your feelings, someone who is not, giving, someone who's not really seeing your side of things and is very self-serving, is mean to you, blah, 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 all the stuff that comes with narcissism, then you need to discontinue your relationship with them or, move around, something. But they can't use that if you don't allow it. So narcissism is a thing, but it's only a thing for someone who doesn't take up for themselves or isn't, whatever, if you allow that, it will happen, basically. So some red flags when dating, when you are in relationship and things like that. Let's get started. So, and these are in no specific order or whatever. But a red flag would be when someone is irresponsible, when they are immature and unpredictable. I don't need to look up narcissist abuse on YouTube. It's not a thing for me. See, here's the thing, Mr. Egypt. I don't really care about someone who's narcissist. That doesn't exist in my world. I will punch the shit out of somebody if they do something that I don't, if I feel like they're doing something harmful to me. It doesn't exist. You can't be a narcissist with somebody who is not allowing that behavior. So that's not even something I need to look up because it doesn't exist to me. I don't give a crap about narcissism. You can be a narcissist, but your esophagus might be dangling out playing with me. So you get the right one when people are exuding that sort of behavior. They do it with people who allow that, people they can do that with. So I have no gauge for that. There's nothing in my consciousness that would allow that to happen. So that first punch in the throat though, that'll probably get you out of some of that. Just saying. I mean, like, for real. Okay, so back to what we were saying. So when somebody is irresponsible, when they're immature, if you have a guy who you say, oh, what do you like to do? And he says, oh, I like to play video games. When you have a guy who isn't very responsible with his bills, when you have a guy who says he's going to be one place and isn't there, he doesn't keep his word. You never can tell, like, okay, on Mondays he has to work from this time to this time. When their behavior is very unpredictable, that is a red flag because this person doesn't have stability. He doesn't have roots. He doesn't have somewhere he needs to be or somewhere he has to go, or he doesn't have any. When a person doesn't have responsibilities, that means they have a whole lot to lose. And or they don't have a whole lot to lose. And when somebody doesn't have a whole lot to lose, they don't care about themselves and they also don't care about you. So they're subject to do just about anything. So you want to be aware that when people are irresponsible in their own personal lives, that they would most likely not treat a relationship with you with any sort of care or things like that. And here's number 2. Lack of trust. And this goes for anybody, any relationship. If you have someone in your life who does not trust other people, they don't trust the government, they don't trust their mom, they don't trust the people at the restaurant, they don't trust their neighbors, they don't trust the people at work, they don't trust the school system, they don't trust anything or nothing. They always have something that they don't trust in other people. It's because they are most likely someone who is a person you cannot trust. Think about that. We have a lot of ladies in the group, but what about if he's crazy? What about if he's this and that? Well, what about if he lies? What about if he did it? I don't even think about stuff like that. People see the world the way they are. So if they don't trust people, that means that's someone you probably should not trust. If you have somebody who's very trusting, who's very open, who's very, seemingly honest about small things, that means that's probably someone that you can trust when in certain situations. So if they're open about their lives, about themselves or whatever, and they don't have anything to hide, the facts check out, then that means more than likely this is a person that you can trust. When somebody is distrusting, like someone just said, they're most likely hiding something about themselves or their personality that they don't want you to see. And that's a huge red flag. When people in my life are distrusting, I can't, I don't trust that. I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that. Let them be what they want to be, but keep that in the back of your mind. This is someone that I can't trust. Because if they are this paranoid about simple things, what is it that's behind all of that? People do things that serve them. People do things for a reason. People are not distrusting for no reason. And if this is a situation that is seemingly no reason, that's somebody that you want to kind of think about. You don't necessarily have to stop talking to them, but just know that there's something else behind that, for sure. Somebody who, okay, number 3. Red flag number 3 is someone who does not get along. Thank you. Does not. Kenya Michelle. That is my boo. I don't even know you. You don't even have a picture up. I can't even look you up on Facebook. Oh my God. $50. $50 work. $50. I wish I could see that twerk. That twerk right there. That $50 work. $50 work. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. I appreciate you. Kenya, no. I don't even know Kenya, but Kenya is like my cousin at this point. Me and Kenya, we cousins. But anyway, so yes. Oh, when there is a breakdown in a relationship with his mother, that's number 3, I believe. When he doesn't have a good relationship with his mother, that's a huge red flag, because men get a lot of their life skills from their mothers. They get a lot of their lessons in life from their moms. They get a lot of love and nurturing and caring from their mothers. So if there's a man in your life who does not have a good relationship with his mother, that is a red flag. If he doesn't talk to his mother often, if he doesn't go see her, if he doesn't, go to Sunday dinners with his mom, if he don't even know his mama's phone number, that's an issue. That's a real issue. And if his mom says negative things about him, if his mom is not involved in his life, that's something you should be aware of, because that's a major issue. So keep that in mind. Okay. Controlling behavior, number 4. This is like, I don't even know why this needs to be said, but clearly some women don't think this is a red flag. If you tell him you're going to call him at 5 and you don't, and he is visibly upset, he's not talking to you, won't answer your calls, he's being mean to you because you said you were going to call him at 5 and you couldn't, or you didn't, or whatever, that's a red flag. If he says things like, well, I really like when you wear black, so can you just kind of wear all black? Controlling behavior. When he says things like, I really wish that you wouldn't be so such and such. If he negging a lot of times, like if he says things that are roundabout compliments, if he says things that are, oh, I was just joking. Ooh, you getting a little fat. Or, man, you sure you don't have a girdle on? Because that roll is kind of, if he says stuff like that to you, if he says mean things to you and then tries to make you feel like you're crazy or something like that, trying to control your emotions, and you feel like your emotions are on a string every time you're around him, that is That's a very strong indication that this is a red flag. Also, if he's jealous, like if you're out and you are looking, you just glance at another guy or something, or there's a guy that, an old high school friend or college friend or something comes up and, hey, Donald, and you give him a hug or something, and this man is real hot and under the collar and all of that, that's a red flag, because we're just dating. Even if it's your husband, like why is there an insecurity there, you know? Because that should be a red flag. So keep that in mind. Controlling behavior. This kind of ties into the previous one, but I guess we'll talk about this, about not being trusting. When somebody has a dark or secretive past, we'll say. Say for instance, they were discharged out of the military for whatever reason, and they don't tell you this, and it just happens to come up. Or they say something like, yeah, I was arrested once, but they don't tell you what it's for. Or there's something, you know, oh, this happened, but, you know, it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't my responsibility. Anyway, if they're tiptoeing around their past, not very open about their past, and there's things that pop up and it was like omitted, that's a red flag, most certainly. So keep that in mind. And I'll say also to this, now, some things are not a red flag. Like, there's no way that you're going to be able to know every single thing about a person. You'll never be able to know certain things about everyone, because people are multifaceted. There are some things about me that you may never know, even if you live with me every day. Even people in marriages don't even know everything about their spouse. So the fact that somebody hasn't divulged their full past to you and just laid everything on the table, and when I was 5 years old, this happened, is not a red flag. But when there's something that could potentially sway you or change your mind about them, and they know that, and they don't offer you that information, that's when it's a red flag. A man who is selfish is not a red flag. Absolutely not. You should be selfish. Everybody should be selfish. Being selfish is not a bad thing at all. Everybody should be selfish, because if you're not selfish, who's going to see after yourself but you? So I don't think that being selfish is a bad thing. Not at all, you know? So, yeah. Just my thoughts, just my opinion, you know. Here's another one. When past relationships are not resolved, when there's that lingering baby mama, when there is that feeling that, okay, there's this girlfriend that's always around, or there's this something going on where this chick is always in the picture. Mama still calling the ex-girlfriend. Oh, I gotta go see my children because I got a baby with her, and I gotta make sure she all right. The ex-girlfriend go to the hospital, and the first person she called is him. That's a red flag. Because the idea that, oh, this is my friend, we used to date, but we're still friends, or she's my best friend, and you're over the age of 12 is not a thing. It's not. Either he wants to play trampoline with her, or she wants to play trampoline with him, or they're playing trampoline and just don't want to tell you. That's a thing now, apparently. There's, she like my cousin. She like my best friend. Oh, I've been knowing that girl for 6 years, and it ain't like that. And what? No, ma'am, that's a red flag. That's a red flag that she's probably there doing something. Got to be something going on. Because when you have said, okay, I'm done with this relationship, you're done. Like, you don't need a funeral. You don't need to have a ceremony to declare I'm done with this person. When you're done, you're going to be done. You know, there is no lingering around. There's none of that. So if your man, your guy is entertaining women from his past, it's because he's cheating, probably with those women. There you go. How do you feel about Brandy and her husband? Brandy, who, the singer? He was a basketball player and she had the bag, but she married for love. What's my opinion on the situation so others can avoid it? True love only occurs between parents and children, most namely mothers and children. So I feel like marrying for love is a setup anyway. You're setting yourself up for failure if you marry somebody because you love them. I think that the person you should marry should be someone who loves you, not necessarily someone that you love. But is that a red flag? No, it's not a red flag, but you know, she played herself. It happens, whatever. Yeah. So what about a man who keeps talking about your future being together like our house? That doesn't mean anything. Who cares? Malia Rose. A man is going to tell you the moon, the stars, the planets. He's going to want to take you to Jupiter and show you the new alien museum they have on Jupiter. He's going to tell you, oh, there's some really good cupcakes on Mars. Just come to Mars with me, you know. Believing what a man says is a good way to play yourself. Is that a red flag? No. He's going to tell you what you want to hear, you know. So that's not a red flag at all, though. Yay! Thanks, Mubinia, I think that is. Little Miss Georgia, thank you. 222, I appreciate you. So yeah, that's not a red flag though, no. So another red flag is, okay. So another red flag is when you feel like the relationship is built solely on the fact that he needs you, right? Oh, he can't do such and such without me because, oh, Mubina. Okay, Mubina. Okay. So he whenever you build the relationship based on he needs me. I can't leave him because he needs me. If I leave him, he'll be such and such and such and such. That's a red flag. Because as a man, the only woman he should need is his mother. He does not need you. He should not need you for his sustenance, for him to survive, any of that. I don't care if something massive happens to him. You know, if he just needs you and can't survive without you, then, and you feel obligated to this man because of that, that's a red flag. That's something that you need to say, okay, you know, what's in it for me? That's when you need to be selfish and say, okay, how is this relationship serving me? If it's not serving you, then you need to do something that does serve you. Yeah. Another one, abusive behavior. This goes without saying. If he, you know, y'all arguing and your mouth get to flipping off and he hit you in the eye, that's a red flag. If he yells at you often, that's a red flag. If he ignores you, that's a red flag. Non-communication is definitely a red flag because that's a form of abuse, you know. People say, oh, it's just emotional abuse, but it's abuse nonetheless. So that's a red flag. You know, if he is can't hold a conversation with you, if there's an issue that comes up and he says things like, well, I'm not going to do this, I don't want to talk about this, there's no communication there, and whenever there is a conflict, he bows out, that's a red flag. What do you think about having a boyfriend or men having multiple sugar daddies on the side? I think you should probably click off this video and go look at my other ones. I love doing the silent treatment. I can go for days. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But should be a red flag to him that there may be something that's not really, you know, not unstable, but you should be able to communicate enough to say, hey, I didn't like when you did that. When you did whatever you did, it made me feel like this. So if you want to continue in this relationship, this is what's going to stop. If it does not stop, then I'm removing myself from the relationship. If that's cool with you, fine. If it's not, then you should work on that. If it happens again, then you need to leave. But the silent treatment is totally immature. You know, I mean, I do it too. I've done it too. But again, I meet people where they are. The silent treatment is not necessarily my go-to because I clearly have a vast vocabulary and I can communicate my thoughts. But if I communicate my thoughts and you're still not listening, or the behavior is still not changing, and this is a situation that I'm not, you know, or I feel like I can't remove myself from, then, you know, yeah, I've done the silent treatment. Is it effective? Can be, but it's still a very immature way of handling a situation, you know? If a guy is consistently late to meeting, yes, if he's late all the time, that is a red flag. Being late all the time means that he does not respect his time and he does not respect your time. He does not respect you. He feels like you should sit there and wait on him. That's very arrogant for somebody to say, oh, I'm always late. Do I think women should be late when dating? Absolutely. Because it creates anticipation and things like that. But when a man is consistently late, that's an issue because men are competitive. Men are very driven by deadlines and things like that. So, so that's how you can, you know, that's one of the red flags, is being late all the time, of course. Yes. So, let me see, what else did I have? I had something else. Is texting were you a cause you didn't answer? What? Is texting you, that's not a complete sentence. How to best respond when your sugar daddy confesses he's married, but he still wants to be with you? Is he giving you money? Is he giving you money? Then, you know, if he's giving you money, then, you know, I don't understand why his marriage would be a concern of yours. Yeah, if you're with classy women, if you are with a man for 7 years, then that's a red flag. If he hasn't said nothing about marriage and none of that in 7 years, that should be an issue for you. Yeah, that's a red flag for sure. If he's not making a commitment within the first year or so, or wanting to be married, or wanting to be more than a girlfriend, then yeah, that's a red flag. Is texting you, where are you, cause not answering texts, is that a red flag, controlling? I mean, it depends. If he's doing it repeatedly, did you tell him you were gonna meet somewhere? Then yeah, you know. He traveled to a party place with his friend and disappeared for a few days. Disappearing, again, unpredictable behavior, like I said before, is a red flag. It's a red flag. This is my thing. This is my thing about dating and all this other stuff. I feel like you should be honest, of course. Of course I'm gonna say that, but listen to why. It's very cliche, but here's why. If you are married and you wanna be in a relationship, say that. If you just want some pee-pee, say that. For all you know, the woman might just want some pee-pee too, you know? So it's not really a big deal if you just tell the truth, you know? So disappearing for a few days and all of that stuff is the game we play, you know? So that's why I say play the game. Since you know that men are going to play the game and men are playing games, that's why you should have your strategy and your plan in place so that you can play the game as well. You want to know if you should be friendly and nice about it. You should be friendly and nice about everything because you should have more than one. So I don't see why there's a reason why you would give him a hard time at all. He need to be looking for you and figuring in on somebody's live video asking questions about you, not the other way around. If you're asking questions about him on a live video, he's most likely, you know, girl, it's not that deep. Live your life. Do what makes you happy. If what you're doing no longer serves you and it no longer makes you happy, then stop doing that. You know? Why do men start off throwing so much everything to you, then turn to wild, deranged, mega dusty trolls? Where was this broken energy when they were freely giving at first? Because, Miss Just Another ABC 88, everybody gives their representative in the beginning. Women do the same thing. It's not just men. Why do men? Why do people? People give you their representative in the beginning. It's not just men. So, you know, of course he's going to give you any and everything because he wants the PP. Simple. He has a strategy. He has a plan. It's worked with more than one woman. So he's going to try it on you because if it worked on her, then of course it would, in her, then it's most likely going to work on you as well. That's why it's up to you to perfect your game. Don't be mad at a man for being a dusty if you entertain dusties. I don't, you know, as far as I'm concerned, there are only good men in the world because those are only the men that I entertain. If you entertain dusties, if you entertain wild, deranged, mega dusty trolls, that's your fault. It's not his fault. You allowed him to be a wild, deranged, mega dusty troll. So, you know, you can't be mad at that. Somebody posted a video today and said something about, I would rather be single than to put up with this stuff y'all out here doing. Most of these men is no good, and I can't, I'm not gonna be with nobody. I would rather be single. Oh, here's what it was. The title of, or the topic of the video was this lady, and she was saying something about, you know, he said, well, that's why you're gonna always be single. And the lady was like, that's not an insult anymore. I'm not insulted by that. And I'm like, you should be. I would be like, because basically what he said, and he said, you're just going to be a cat lady. That's horrible. Especially when women don't even have to work. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. All you should do as a woman is be a woman. And the fact that men are saying, oh, you're just going to be a cat lady is not a good thing. The fact that you're dealing with people who are bringing you negativity, who are cheating on you, who are, you know, cussing you out or hitting on you, beating on you, whatever the case, is your fault. You can't be mad because you didn't learn how to play the game and play it properly. So don't, the women who say, well, ain't no good men out here. They all dogs. Men are stupid. All they want is blah, blah, blah. Those are the men that you are entertaining, because there are certainly other men in the world besides the ones who are considered bad. So, yeah, just something to think about. I would find that very insulting if somebody said, oh, you're just going to be a cat lady and nobody's ever going to be in a relationship with you, you know? What do you think about mummy's boys? Mummy, are you from England? Mummy's boys. Men who are mama's boys are not bad. They're not bad. They're probably better at relationships than other men. So I don't really. Now, if he can't do anything because of his mom and he's always up under her and asking her opinion and then he's not really ready for a mature relationship. So, you know, you act accordingly. When you ask for money, he said okay and reminded him 2 more times, still no money. He doesn't want to give it to you. You don't have to remind somebody of anything. If he told you he was going to get, that's game, baby. That's game. That's game. That's just like you tell him, oh yeah, I'm going to give you some PP, and you never give it to him. Same thing. Same thing. Should you date a guy if he has a 6-year-old daughter? No. I never date men who have daughters, especially young daughters, because they're always daddy's girl, and I need to be daddy's girl. I don't compete with women at all. I don't care if they're 6 months old. Not gonna do it. You can't compete with a child. There's no way. So I wouldn't entertain that. How to make him get out of, the goddess of petty would like to know how to make him get out of your house and get his own apartment. but still keep giving me money and investing in me. You know, I'm trying to be more kosher in my responses, but if it's your house, you should definitely not be on a live video asking about what's going to happen at your house. Change the locks. What you mean? Change the locks. Call the police. There you go. This is the reason. That's a red flag. Let me fix my wig. First of all, if this is your house, you guys are living your lives. You guys are living your lives. I'm living my life. My life is something that I came here to do and to live. There is no way that anything or anybody is going to stop me from living my life 100%. If there is somebody in my life who is not allowing me to live my best life, not allowing me to do what I want to do, then they have to be gone. Period. I don't know. That's it. Like, there's no other, you don't need me to tell you. That's why I didn't want to do this video, because I'm like, why do you need me to tell you what the red flags are? And let me tell you what the number one red flag is. Number one red flag. When you get that feeling in here, when you get that feeling in here, and it's telling you something is wrong. I don't like this situation. You're in danger. He's lying. I don't feel right. That is the number one indicator that you need to stop what you are doing. If nobody has told you, come on, gather around. Come here. If no one has told you, you need to know that 100% of the time, your intuition is correct. I don't know who this is for. I have no idea who this is for. But 100% of the time, your intuition, your gut, the pit of your stomach, Jesus, whatever little feeling that you have in the pit of your stomach is correct 100% of the time. There is never a time when you have a feeling and it is incorrect. Ever. About a person, about a situation, ever. If you walk into a place and you don't like the energy of something, leave. If you are with a person and you're not feeling that it's right for me, this is no longer what is serving me, leave. Your intuition will tell you 100% of the time. You know why? Because your intuition is, in essence, the downloaded information that the universe or Jesus or God, whoever you decide to believe in, has put into your brain so that you are able to function, you are able to live, you are able to grow and thrive and be and have and do and wish and want and love. That is the information that is given to you specifically. My downloads are not going to be the same as your downloads because I'm not living your life. That's why a video on red flags is pretty futile, because your intuition is going to tell you exactly what you need for your specific situations. Stop listening to me. Stop listening to outside forces. Stop waiting for somebody to, hey, Luann, he ain't the one, baby. Brianna, let him go, girl. That is his baby mama. He lying. Stop waiting for stuff like that. Stop waiting for, divine lightning to come hit you in the head for you to believe, hey, maybe this is not what I need. Maybe I should stop, halt. When you get ready to cross the street, do you need to say, hey, do you think it's safe that we cross now? Or do you think, no, you don't need to ask your neighbor. You know, okay, let me sit my butt down because it might not be safe for me to cross the street. Do you play in traffic? No, you don't. Because your intuition tells you, hey, maybe I shouldn't play in traffic. Just saying. Believe yourself. Believe in yourself. Start trusting yourself enough to know that my eyelashes lifting, that I have everything that I need in my life to make my life successful, to make my life what it needs to be in order for me to continue in this life. You're never, in most cases, going to do things that is harmful to you. You're not going to kill yourself. It's natural to want to make sure that you are okay at all costs. That's a natural thing as a human that we all have. So since you have intuition, start using it. I don't have proof that he is cheating, but I have a feeling that he is cheating. Absolutely. That's it. You will be railroaded by the spirit after you ignore your gut so much. Woo! Miss Banchuka Babe asked me how I know about that one. When you don't listen to that little, wait a minute. What the hell? What? When you don't listen to that feeling that something is off or wrong or red flag or when you don't listen, you will get another lesson. I think Oprah said this. At first, it's a drip from the whoever. First, it's a drip. Then it's a pour. Then it's a rainstorm. Then you get a damn hurricane because you won't listen. So pay attention when there's a drip. Pay attention at the drip. When you feel that drip, because I don't know if I can survive a hurricane. That's why now my intuition is strong, because I have been through several hurricanes and had to fight my way back and had to rebuild. Believe me, when you don't listen, pay attention. Pay attention. Yeah, believe me, I know. Another red flag is when he says he loves you and he wants to be exclusive on a first date. That's not a red flag. That's game. That is not a red flag, Miss Eugenie. That's game. You should be telling him I love you too. Hell, if he say he love you, tell him you love him back. Really throw him off. Really? Because I think I love you too. Wow, I can't believe that. Easy. Play the game. How to tell the difference between intuition and fear or general anxiety? Very, 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 very good question. How to tell the difference between intuition and general anxiety? Okay, if you're a person who is fearful about everything, you don't have intuition. You're just scary as hell. You're just scary. If you're a person who gets these feelings sometimes, if you're a pretty centered person mentally, if certain things don't sway you, you need to check your own mental stability at the time. Are you PMSing? Are you, has something happened recently to you that has caused you to be hypersensitive? Think about that. Consider. Ask yourself, okay, is this a valid feeling, or, maybe am I tripping? You can tell. If you are, pretty okay as far as your mental stability and your ability to read certain situations, then yes, it would be intuition. If you don't think you have very strong intuition, then that's an indication that you're most likely acting out of fear or anxiety. So yeah, that's something to consider. Yeah, if you overanalyze a lot, then you know why you have to overanalyze? Because you don't trust your feelings. You don't trust that drip in that first little inkling or inclination that something is wrong. Trust it first. Start acting. Here's a way that you can stop overanalyzing everything. When you get that first indication that says don't do it. When you get that first indication that says do this, then do it. There's no need to overanalyze. If it's not something that's going to kill you, maim you, or cause you to lose every single dollar that you have in the bank, do it. What's the worst that could happen? If you want to do something and it's not something that's going to kill you and physically make you leave the earth, then do it. Do it. Do every single thing that you want to do. Stop doing every single thing that you don't want to do. Woo! Yay, Miss D. Renee. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss D. Renee. I got $10. I got $10. Thank you. I appreciate you. But really, if it's not going to kill you, maim you, or cause you to lose your life savings, then do it. Period. If you want to do it, do it. You don't want to do it, don't do it. That's it. That's it. I'll be scared of disappointing people. Who? You should be afraid to, thank you, you should be afraid to disappoint yourself because you're here to live your life. Who cares who you disappoint? I've disappointed a lot of people. A lot of people are totally disappointed in me right now. But when I look around at my surroundings, I'm not disappointed at all. I am very satisfied. Yay, Eva. Girl, I got a wig named Eva. I don't know what we're gonna call this one, but I have a wig named Eva. She's hot. Hey, Miss Eva, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. Yay. You always like to make other people happy. That's great, but that's where the Nice Girl series comes in. I have been talking on this channel in recent days about people who are nice. While you are considering the feelings and thoughts and emotions of other people, who's considering your thoughts and feelings? You know, who's considering your thoughts and feelings? No one. So while this person is worried about them and you're worried about them, where do you fit in that dynamic? You know, some of you need to work on your self-esteem. Like, why is somebody else's opinion more important than yours? Think about it. Think about it like this. Okay, you're considering somebody else's opinion, but you consider somebody else's opinion that you don't even know to be true. They could be telling you this is their opinion and it be something totally different. Think about it. Just like you have friends who say, oh, she's my friend, but when you need a friend, this person is never around. Never around. So is what that person is saying is true? You know, you need to really think about that. What they're saying may not even be true. They may think you're great, but they're trying to suppress you. So they tell you things about you that are bad in order for you not to live your full life. Sad. When a man tells you that he wants us to build together and asks you to invest in him and in business, classy women, girl, you need to click off this video because you don't build with a man at all for any reason. You just start from the beginning. Trust me, you'll get it. You'll catch up. Do I have any pointers on how to control bad anxiety? I refuse to take medication. I can't speak on something that I don't know. Stop being an egoid. Stop being so in your head. What are you worried about? You know, ask yourself, for real, what are you so worried about? People who are very fearful, people who are, oh, I can't do this because I'm scared. What are they going to say? How are they going to feel? What are they going to do? people don't really think about you as much as you think about yourself. Smoke some weed, somebody said. People don't think about you as much as you think about yourself. The fact that you are thinking about yourself that much means that you are wrapped up in your own ego, in your own head, because most people don't even have that many thoughts about you, So let it go. I really can't speak to that because I don't know, You're afraid to fail in life, but you're failing right now. You're failing right now. If you are afraid to fail in life, I can guarantee you that you're already failing because you're not living up to your full potential. I can drop the mic and press exit right there. That's a word. You're afraid to fail, but you're already failing. Hello? By not living your life full out, by not doing everything that you are supposed to do, you're failing. Good luck with that, There's only one way to change that, and that's to get up and start doing whatever it is you're supposed to do. And you know what you're supposed to do by, do you want to, if you have a feeling that you want to do something, say you want to go to Walmart. You want to go to Walmart because you got to go get some bananas, toothpaste, and some conditioner for your hair because you're going to get ready to style your new wigs or bring one of your synthetic wigs back to life or something. But you scared because, it's a bunch of clouds and it might rain. So you don't go to Walmart, but you miss the opportunity. Oh, thank you, I Seek. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, I Seek. But you know what I'm saying? If you don't go to Walmart or go to college because you're scared to move out or whatever, you're already failing. If I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail with my ass on fire, baby. What? I'm gonna fail in a big way. I'm not gonna fail a little bit. For what? What's the point of that? If I wanna do something, Malia Rose, I got $20, I got $20, I got $20. Thank you, Malia Rose. Thank you. I don't patronize Walmart at all. Okay, Rashida, because you talking about you smoking weed. Okay, Rashida, stop smoking for a little bit and hang on a minute. If you, just because you don't go to Walmart, say it's whatever, say you want to travel abroad. But you are scared because you don't want to fly or, you scared of whatever it is. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. If the plane crashed, damn it, I was on my way to do it. Oh, well, who cares? But I know that these are my thoughts when I'm afraid to do something. Say, we'll take flying. A lot of people, especially black people, Lord, is afraid to fly. No. Okay. So these are my thoughts when I get on the airplane. I don't care what they got going on. I know I have the best pilot in the world flying me around. I know that the situation is optimal. I know the weather is perfect. I know the flight attendants are going to be nicer to me than anyone. I know that there's not going to be any crying babies. I know there won't be situations that make me uncomfortable. I know I'm going to enjoy this trip. I'm going to live and do and have this experience and all of that simply because whatever, So when I go flying or I'm in a situation like that, I think of what could possibly go right, not what could possibly go wrong. And the reason why things are going right is because I have made a conscious decision to create my own life. I create my own life every day. So why would I be anxious when I know that I've created my own life? When you're waiting for a zap from who knows where to come hit you in the head, then yeah, you have a reason to be fearful because you don't know what the hell gonna happen. But when you create your own life, then you don't have a reason to be fearful because I've created this and I'm never gonna create something that's harmful to myself. So who cares? You know, who cares? Create your own life and you won't have to be anxious. You can be anxious for, oh man, I can't wait for that to happen because I created it, as opposed to, ooh, I'm scared. I don't know, girl. Ooh, I'm scared. You know? I'm gonna tell you what my daddy said. Y'all know I talk about my daddy a lot on this channel because he was a very inspirational and integral part of making me the woman that I am today. But my daddy used to always tell me, do it afraid. Do it afraid. Write that on your mirrors, on your tablets, put it as your screensaver. Do it afraid. No matter what it is, do it anyway. If I would say, oh, daddy, no, I'm scared, daddy, I can't. Do it afraid. You can be afraid. You can be afraid. It's okay. It's okay to be afraid, but make sure that you do it anyway. Make sure you do it anyway. When, you know, when my dad wasn't here anymore, I was afraid to live life because I felt like, oh, I need to be stuck in this moment, so I can't go live. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. If there's something I'm afraid of, I'm gonna push myself and convince myself that I need to do it, and I do it anyway. Now, that's not the same as not listening to your intuition. Don't just, you know, because that does sound like a contradiction, but you understand what I'm saying. Like when you say things like, when I say do it afraid, I'm talking about things you know that you could possibly benefit from. Flying, taking a new job, moving to a new city, things like that. Some fears are irrational, but some fears are, okay, maybe I need to listen to this, you know. There you go. So yeah, that was a word, y'all. That was a word. Listen to your intuition. Red flags are meant to serve you because a lot of women, oh, good Lord, they get on the phone. First thing they want to tell you about is, oh, well, I can't live my life because, you know, he just did so much of this and that to me and he broke my self-esteem down and he was a narcissist. And you know how difficult narcissists are. And he made me feel like, and he did that, and he did that, and he did that. To me, that's a red flag. Oh, someone passed away. Oh, yeah, my condolences too. But yeah, you know, whenever somebody is always telling me about what someone else is doing, that's how I know that that person is not taking responsibility for their own lives and they are not living the life that they are supposed to be living. When you have red flags and you're not listening to them, when you have red flags and you're not listening to those red flags, that's because that's your fault. You know, nobody else can make you do anything. Nobody else can make you feel anything. But when you don't pay attention to the red flags in the beginning, it's your fault for staying. It's your fault for allowing those things to happen. It's your fault for allowing those. So don't get hung up. A person can be a narcissist, but it's up to you if you put up with that. A guy can be a dog and be cheating with everybody you know. But if you are not entertaining that, then that's not something that person can do to you, you know? So there you go. Yep. Okay, so now we can open for a couple of questions. Y'all being quiet. Y'all was listening, huh? Y'all were listening. Questions, questions. Uh-oh, there's a delay. What do you do when the POT makes you really mad? Do you immediately let him know? No. You don't let anybody know. You don't have to let him know he made you mad. Your actions should tell that. But why is he making you mad? Why do you have an emotion about someone at all? A POT is a potential sugar daddy. So he shouldn't have the ability to evoke any sort of emotion for you. The question should be about red flags and things like that. A POT should not be able to evoke any sort of emotion from you because he just is potential at this point. He's not an actual sugar daddy. So if he's not giving you money, then who cares, you know? The ultimate way to get back at a narcissist. It was a word from the Lord. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Just me talking, y'all know. To what extent is control a red flag? No one should be able to control you at all. No one should be trying to control you at all. You should be controlling yourself. If you are trying to control someone, that should be a red flag to him. Why do you need to know where he's going? Why do you need to know if he's telling the truth? Why do you need to go and why is that a need for you even? You cannot control another grown person. You cannot. So if someone is trying to control you, even if it's a little bit, then that's a red flag. He shouldn't control you at all. He shouldn't be trying to control you. He should be trying to live and let live. If somebody is not allowing you to live, oh my God! Well, Addie's baby studio. What the girl? You done made my day. What? Oh my word. I'm in a good mood. Yay, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I don't even think I've ever seen you on this channel, Addie's Baby Studio, but girl, boy, whoever you are, welcome. Thank you. Have a seat. What you want to know, boo? It's the Addie Show. What? Oh my God. Thank you so much. Wow, that's awesome, you guys. Wow. Look, and all I'm doing is just up here talking. Ain't that a mess? You never know who's listening to you. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Whoa, I'm shocked. Yay. I hope you didn't have on headphones because that was a whopping doozy. I think that's the biggest donation I've ever had. So we're gonna get back to your questions. But I have to do my Oscar speech. I gotta do my Oscar speech. Because I don't even know who Addie's Baby Studio is. But this person just gave me one of the biggest donations I ever had, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I just got a really big donation. So I have to do my Oscar speech when I get really large donations. And I want to thank her from the bottom of my heart. I can't let, you know how when you cry and you want to, I can't let this tear drop. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all know I'm sensitive, but I ain't that sensitive. Yay. There's a praise on the inside that I can't keep to myself. Y'all know that song. You had to step away and curse out your ex-husband. He was all out of character for a few minutes. Well, go on, do it. Me, 1, 2, 3. Are there POTs you've met and decided not to go any further with? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to attend to every party you're invited to. And just because somebody is wanting to be a sugar daddy and posing as generous does not mean that you have to entertain them. So yeah, plenty of men who I have not decided to be in my life. Yep. How about Splenda Salt Daddy red flags? They're the same. No matter who the person is, all of the things that I mentioned are red flags. Oh, Winter, my little chocolate. I know who Winter is, so you're Addie's baby studio. Aw, thank you, Winter. I love her, y'all. Winter, she is so black and chocolate, but she's black and chocolate in a rich, creamy, just, ooh, man, beautiful kind of way. Like, her skin is so like ebony gorgeous and just, you know how somebody is really like chocolatey. Woo! This lady, she's hot. So if that is you, Winter, she's lost like so much weight and man, inspirational. For real. For real. What if the POT is too touchy-feely and asks for a kiss before he's invested in anything? Then no. If he hasn't invested in anything, then you should just not even entertain that. Red flag is he meets you only on certain days. No, that's not a red flag. That just means he's probably married. It's not a red flag. By my definition of red flag is something is wrong, leave him alone. That's what I mean by red flag. Now he may be married, but to me, a married man is not a deal breaker. So, yeah. Red flag, he calls you on the road driving and doesn't call you when he is in his house. No, he's married. That's not a red flag either. I wouldn't say it is. You just cut one off for kissing without investing. Probably lost a little money. Men naturally want to kiss and hug and touch and feel and grab on you and do all that stuff. That's natural. Now, if he oversteps his boundaries, if he, is aggressive with all of that, then yes, that's a red flag. But just because he's wanting a kiss from you is not a reason for you to stop talking to him. He is complaining about hotel prices. If he complains about any price, it's a red flag that he may be cheap and he's not somebody who is going to invest in you. So yes, absolutely. I would consider that a red flag. But yeah, I did do a video about what are your deal breakers, and that's kind of in line with this video as well. So I may tag that video in this video so that you can kind of use that one as a reference too. Is it a red flag when he says that he is the prize? Oh my word. Is it a red flag if he tells you that he's the prize? Yeah. He's not kidding. He probably thinks he is the prize. And the fact that you, see, this is me. If somebody were to say something like that to me, I would politely get my purse, turn on my heel, and he would never see me again. Ever. Like, what? How? I hope you didn't stay longer than that. But if he tells you that he's the prize, absolutely. There's no way. He's not kidding. That's called like negging. I think that's a form of negging. Yeah. Can you describe a time cycle for SD relationships? From start to kiss to cash to cut off? There's not really one. Some of my sugar daddies have lasted a long time. I don't kiss or do anything until I have received a substantial amount though, for sure. It was only a phone conversation. Well, if it was a phone conversation, you know how they have that red button on your phone? Bloop, block. That's somebody that should have immediately been blocked. Absolutely. Yeah. Just saying. Red flag, he is very insecure about himself and always accuses you of cheating. Absolutely. That's because he's cheating. Any man that's constantly accusing you of cheating is because he's cheating. Or a man that comes home and he got an attitude out of nowhere and you haven't even talked to this person all day and stuff like that. Yeah. Cheating. So yeah. But so, like some of this that nothing against the community. What community? What happened? Oh, yeah. I was thinking the same thing, that the guy that said he's the prize is most likely into other men. I was thinking the same thing, actually. That's what I'm saying, Mickey. He didn't invest anything and he kisses me. Then when I asked for my requirements, he started talking about he was confused and he has 10 other women. He had to go. No, you have to go, Ramona. You should have went. You should have left. The reason why he did that to you, the reason why he tried to kiss you is because you didn't present yourself as a woman of standard, or he already had in his mind that you were not a woman of standard. So but it's not something that you have to say. If you have standards and you're a high quality woman, it's not something you need to verbalize. It's your energy. It's the way you present yourself. That's what makes you a high quality woman. So he did that because he saw that in you. The fact that he even felt comfortable enough to tell you he has 10 other women, It was my first one, so you were nervous. It's okay, Ramona. Keep coming back. Like they say in them groups, keep coming back. Yeah, you make mistakes, but that's how you learn. Yeah, red flag. Well, it's not really a red flag if he has gay tendencies, because some men are gay and they don't want their friends or families to know. And so they want a woman who's like the cover. So even if he is gay, that's not a red flag at all. It's not a red flag at all. He may be gay. There's nothing wrong with him being gay as long as he pays. He can be gay as long as he pays. He can be gay as long as he pays. You're not having sex with him anyway, so he could be sleeping with cats. He could be at home letting the dog lick his pee-pee for all I care. Girl, look, run me my money. I mean, seriously. There you go. The same man complaining about hotel prices said he wants me to meet his mom. Not a red flag. Red flags mean stop talking to him. Leave him alone. He's dangerous. He may hurt you. Stop. Don't do this again. Leave. Those are red flags. If it gives you that feeling, that's what a red flag is. Somebody being gay is not a reason to stop talking to them. So what, he's gay? Who cares? Red flag means psychopath? Okay, yeah. Mickey, has any man tried to kiss you too early and you rejected the kiss? Have you ever been in a situation like that, and how did you handle it? Of course. I just say something like, what kind of girl do you think I am? There'll be none of that. No, I'm a good girl. And just play. You just pretend like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Maybe you lost your mind for a minute. Something like that. But I'm never going to be aggressive. And if he tries to get too close, or he's being very aggressive, like touchy-feely, you just grab his hand and politely put it back on him, on his side of the whatever. Or if he's trying to grab you and get touchy-feely, punch him. Ain't nothing wrong with punching people. I mean, it is what it is. If he is doing something that you don't like and it's in a physical way, then it is what it is. What if he puts a private investigator on you? Girl, let him see something. If a man decides he wants to hire a private investigator to come watch this one, girl, give him something to see. Give him something to see. You want to hire people to watch me? Watch this. Girl, please, whatever. Give him something to see. People who go looking for stuff, find stuff. I'm going to help him find something real good. Gonna change his life. Change his life, baby. Yeah. You dated a wealthy man and you were very secretive, but you felt like you were being followed by an investigator. Okay, Lena. See what I'm saying about mental stability? You don't even know if the man hired a private investigator. You just felt like he did. Let me not. What? Well, I saw this guy taking pictures. How you know he was taking a picture of you? Was anybody else around you, Lena? The man didn't tell you he had you followed? Next question. I'm not even gonna, see what I'm saying? He was. But you can't prove it though, Lena. You can't prove it. Girl, bye. Lena, we through with your situation, Lena. Okay, well, let him go, Lena. He was wealthy, but you let him go. Girl. Okay. Somebody's going to say I was being mean to Lena. Somebody's going to say I was mean and wrong. Okay. Men who are cheap is a red flag? Not necessarily. Just means you need to stop talking to him. If he's cheap, I can't do cheap. I refuse to do cheap. He is extremely jealous of your good looks and wants to sabotage your success. That's most men, Miss Judy. That's most men. Most men don't want you to look your 100% best. That's why they say stuff like, I like a natural woman. I don't like a woman who does all that hair and has all those wigs and, that's why they tell you stuff like that. That's not a red flag. That's a man being a man. It's game. He wants you to be mediocre so that no other man can look at you and so that no other man has the potential to come take you away from him. Psychology of a woman. It works every time. And women fall for it. So no other men want to dip in the dipper. I'm great, Ankit Kumar. I'm fine. Hey. Hi. Going on a date with a banker on Friday. Is money a topic I should avoid because he's used to talking about it, or should I act impressed but not too materialistic? You should set the standard. You should have high standards from the beginning, even though he's a banker. Just because he's a banker, here's a little something for you to chew on. Just because he's a banker doesn't necessarily mean that he's wealthy. That means he works with money, but just because he works with money doesn't mean he has it. So wealthy men should be treated the same way that all men are treated. That's it. Thank you, Miss Tanisha Gray. My hair looks very natural, but you have seen some women where you can tell it's a wig. Yeah, true. Very true. Why everyone going to attract money? Okay, so whoever this Ankit, by Ankit, he's a pedophile. Judy. He's a pet. I'm not even gonna go there. If he's disrespectful, that is a red flag. Yes. What do you think about creating triangulation between POT friends, like healthy competition to get lots of money from both of them? You're going to lose doing that. You're gonna lose doing that, baby. Don't if you don't have strong enough game to do that, don't even start trying to add more people that he knows, and you're gonna be secretive, and girl, then you're gonna lose all of them. Then you're gonna be triangulated right into a straight line, a singular little bitty line by yourself. No, ma'am. You're gonna dress simple to meet up with potential investors, but you're gonna do your makeup nice. That's good. That's good. Hey, Mickey, you're looking lovely as always. But how do you keep your relationships to last? Like, how do you keep them chasing after dating for a while? Just look good? Is that all? You have to find out what his weaknesses are. You have to find out what he needs, what he's lacking, what he is wanting, and give that to him. When you find out what he's lacking and you're able to fill that need, then he won't soon leave you alone. You know, so you keep him chasing you by dangling the carrot of what he wants and also invoking feelings of being bonded to you, of you being needing him for some reason. If he feels like you need him, he won't leave you alone. Men have this thing in them that they want to protect you and provide for you. So if he feels like if he leaves you, you're going to be unprotected in some way, or you'll be just left out in the cold, then he will stick around for a while. I mean, eventually some people take themselves off the roster, but it doesn't matter when you have 12 of them, you know. Can you join the Level Up group? Sure. Send me a message on Facebook, Miss Nikisha Clark, and I would be happy to help you. Yes, and it is a paid group, for sure. So, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Thank you guys for keeping me company on this rainy Texas day. I appreciate all your, excuse me, all your comments and your feedback. All the encouraging messages I've been receiving. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you for the smallest donations to the biggest donation today in our video. I really appreciate you guys so much. You guys have really been amazing. This has been an amazing experience doing these YouTube videos, and you know, right now we have 7,000. Right now we have 7,000 subscribers, and I am floored that 7,000 people have decided to hang out with me, you know, and watch me and listen to my thoughts. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for my hair looks so good and you look so pretty. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Thank you guys to everybody who has signed up for the conference. Over half of the VIP tickets are gone, and we are not even out. We are not even out of September, and more than half of the VIP tickets are gone for the conference that will be in March of next year. If you'd like information about the conference, see that information below in this video. If you'd like a consultation, feel free to message me or email me or whatever. Thank you guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for coming to see me, little old me. I cannot wait. I have some really big things planned for you, and some really things that I feel like, it's going to be about sugaring and managing your money and things like that, but also some heart-to-heart kind of stuff. Also some stuff that I feel like as women we need to be talking about, as women we need to be discussing. So there's going to be some of that. Like I said, we're probably going to be crying a little bit. Probably going to be laughing a whole lot. We're going to be having a lot of fun, but I just want to kind of give back to you guys, and who knows, see where this thing takes us. But thank you to every person who is subscribed, even the people who don't really like me so much. So just keep hanging out. You never know, maybe one day you'll find something to like about me, But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Michaela Pink, and that's what I think. Bye.